Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Sunday afternoon. Glad to have you guys back in here, part on the stream. Rare afternoon game going down. Celtics get an early afternoon game, and this should be a fantastic matchup. Boston's actually the underdog going into this afternoon's matchup. 42-21 for the Celtics, 21-11 on the road. Cleveland right behind Boston at 39-24, 21-11 on their home floor for the Cavs this season. The number 2 and 4 teams going up against one another in the Eastern Conference this afternoon. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And Cleveland, the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right down the road, is Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse for today's matchup. Jason Tatum, season debut, double-double on Friday night. As the last game, Celtics dominated half number 2 against Dallas, 120-100 the final score. Wasn't pretty in the first half, but Celtics able to pick it up and be able to roll in the second half and pick up a big win over the Mavs. And Jason Tatum, his return game, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. He did start off 0 for 6 from the floor, but then started to heat up, get into a rhythm, had a putback dunk, then a corner 3 in the final minute left to go before halftime. After that, he took off, and everything, once you get the first one, everything became just second nature. It was getting buckets from here on out. Jaylen Brown coming off the 24-point performance on Friday against Dallas. Derek White was outstanding. It's going to open up the floor a lot more for Derek White with attention drawn to both of the Jays now. He should be the big beneficiary of a lot more points coming his way in the future. 20 points for Derek White on Friday night. Kata's been outstanding. 16 and 15 for points and rebounds by Kata. Peyton Pritchard off the bench at 18, and Luka Garza stepped up. He had 10 in the previous game. Going to be without Vucevic for around a month. Ring finger injury for Vucevic, underwent successful surgery yesterday, so he's going to miss approximately a month of action. That puts him the final week of the regular season to come on back. Hockey from home, Jeffrey, Dwayne, thanks for joining in today on the stream for this one. I actually did not anticipate myself streaming this game for today. I actually had a game this morning that I covered for water polo, so kind of time dependent whenever I was able to get back from that game, and it finished pretty quick, so quicker than usual. It was a blowout, so didn't need to like extend time or anything. Yeah, it was not even close. 24-8 was the final score of my game this morning. This Cleveland team is rolling recently. Another dark horse team. Celtics got a tough schedule. They had a loss on Wednesday against Charlotte. That Charlotte team had been playing extremely well. And then coming up at the start of next week, Tuesday and Thursday, Celtics have San Antonio and OKC, top two teams out in the West. So they get their work cut out for them. But this Cleveland team, right with the Celtics, 15-5 in the previous 20 games. Here's the best teams in the NBA in the last 20. Hornets 16-4, Spurs 16-4, Knicks 15-5, Celtics 15-5, Cavs 15-5. So number 2, 3, and 4 in the Eastern Conference, all 15-5, and the Hornets keep on moving up themselves out in the East, and gave the Celtics a lot of issues on Wednesday night. But yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. Nationally televised game, early afternoon on a Sunday. Celtics a slight underdog, which I'm going to take a look and see what their record is for Boston this season. Wow. 8-8 this season as underdogs. It seems like they've been playing much better as underdogs. 10-6 against the spread for the Celtics. This is their 17th game of the season that they're an underdog. Hey, what's good? Bradley, welcome in. Looking for Spider Mitchell to go off in this one today. Yep, got him on the thumbnail. Got JT back on the thumbnail. Couple of conference tournament championships going down. Missouri Valley. That game is going on currently. I was watching a little bit of that. And Northern Iowa smashing UIC for the most part. UIC making a little bit of a comeback, 48-41 at halftime currently. Northern Iowa leads. There's also the Big South final going on as well. High Point is 29-4. They lead Winthrop 39-33. And the two conference tournament champions already. The NEC got the auto bid for the semifinal winner. Mercyhurst went to the final. And Mercyhurst ineligible for the NCAA tournament, second year as a program up in Erie, Pennsylvania. So ineligible for the tournament. That means that LIU, which was the top team in the NEC this season, make their first tournament appearance since 2018. That is Long Island University. Also as short as LIU for Long Island University. Then big shout out to Tennessee State. First NCAA tournament appearance since 1994. Tennessee State 23-9, winning the OVC tournament last night. And it's been 32 years since their last NCAA tournament appearance for Tennessee State. Big shout out to their star player in that team. That is Aaron Kruma from Worcester, Massachusetts. Started off his collegiate career at Nichols College in Dudley, then transferred to Worcester State. He was an absolute stud playing for Worcester State, and then transferred from D3 Worcester State from the MASCAC over to Tennessee State D1 Ohio Valley Conference. Put it up big numbers this year for him. Season opener 2020, I think 2023, I'm going to go and say, yeah, season opener 2023. I covered Aaron Kruma, road game, season opener 23. They were at the Wheaton Invitational, taking on Wheaton College back at 2023, the season opener, and transitions from Division III to Division I. Top scorer in Tennessee State, now in the NCAA tournament. I mean, what a resume right there. That's incredible, especially a guy from like Central Mass to do that. Like, very few players like up in the Northeast can say that they've been to the NCAA tournament, and that guy was able to lead his team there for certain this year. What's good, Dale? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Rissa, thanks for joining in. G-Man, glad to have you back at the stream. If you guys are new, we're going to tip off in around 5 minutes from now approximately. Hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe. I actually wasn't planning on doing this game today. I had water polo broadcast earlier today. I was supposed to see someone in the afternoon, but we decided to visit each other last night instead. But got the Celtics game today. Yeah, next Sunday I'm also hoping to cover the Selection Sunday live stream, so feel free to join in for that. Yeah, at the end of the Celtics game, after the Celtics wrapped up on Friday, I caught the end of Miami, Ohio against Ohio. Oh my gosh. That Miami, Ohio team is the luckiest team in America. They won another game in overtime. One possession game, once again. And they are not the favorites out of their conference to win it all. So I believe they have the second best odds to win it all in their conference tournaments when they played one of the easiest schedules in the country. They scheduled like 3 or 4 non-division opponents on their schedule. And then they played the best teams only once in the conference. Sometimes some teams they took on twice in the conference in the MAC. Some of the teams they took on once. And they went 31-0. But they've played so many close games that on the luck rating, they're like one of the luckiest teams out there out of like 360 plus teams. They also have UMass first, which UMass played them close this season. Stunning that UMass is in the MAC now. Makes no sense. Used to be big rivals with URI. Makes 0 sense. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum, Neemias Queta, the starting 5 this afternoon for the Celtics, going up against the starting 5 for Cleveland today. So that is James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, and Evan Mobley. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Also, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned in the chat. All are welcome to do so. Selection Sunday, 1 week away. And all you have to do, click the link, create an ESPN account. If you don't already have one, click Join Group to be a part of this year's NCAA Tournament Bracket Challenge group. And then the brackets will lock on Thursday, March 19th at 12 p.m. right before the start of the first round games. Spring ahead. Look who has sprung ahead. Jason Tatum, he is back. Second game coming back after his Achilles injury this afternoon, returning 298 days afterwards of action. It is day 300 after his Achilles injury today for Tatum. Celtics, white jerseys, green numbers, green letters this afternoon for Boston. They are on the road at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, classic throwbacks from the 2000s. The LeBron throwback jerseys, dark blue uniforms, white numbers, white letters. Cleveland going in their throwback jerseys today for this matchup. Gold outline on those uniforms. And this should be a fantastic battle. Both teams 15-5 in their previous 20 games. It's going to be Queta and Mobley at midcourt here, going up for the opening tip. As we are underway, and Cleveland controls the opening tip. First possession to action, Evan Mobley at the wing, hands it off to Dean Wade. To the corner, Merrill, bounce pass, underneath Mobley, tears down the rack with a two-handed flush. Nice cut out there, to outside to the inside by Evan Mobley with a dunk. Opening possession for the Celtics, Derek White at the wing takes on Sam Merrill. He's able to bump up his scoring with a 2 attention, drawn to the 2 J's. 20 points in the previous game for Derek White. Handoff, Queta to Brown. Brown at the wing. It takes on Merrill off the crossover. Dribbles up, drives. Leaner, 15-footer off the back rim, no good. Mitchell skies up for the defensive rebound. Donovan Mitchell shoots out of the pack. And Euro step draws the foul. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Donovan Mitchell. Targets Tatum. Guilty party on Jason Tatum, who picks up his first personal. Donovan Mitchell, number 2 in NBA history, only behind Michael Jordan against the Celtics, averaging 29.5 points per game. First shot's good. Second free throw good by Mitchell. Possession number 2 for the Celtics. Sam Hauser. Into the hands to Tatum. Tatum at the top of the key. Switch guarded by Mobley. 1-on-1. Tatum takes the 3 straight away. Left off the rim. Short, long rebound. Controlled by Brown. JB accelerates to the corner. Leaves it out for White. Up fake. White dribbles up. Lobs it up over the top. Queta couldn't score it off the back rim. No good. Dean Wade secures the defensive rebound. Jungle Pitbull. Glad to have you back in the stream, brother. Harden. Off to Merrill. Slides it to Mobley. Corner 3. Evan Mobley connects on it. Yeah, Celtics no strangers to slow starts. They make all their adjustments, get going in the second half. Right now, a slow start for Boston. 7-zip lead for Cleveland. First minute and 40 of action. Tatum, lob, roller, Queta snatches it, fouled. And that's on the reach. I believe that's going to be on Mitchell there. So, it's going to be a reach and foul charge to Donovan Mitchell. Celtics off a side and inbound. Tatum sends it off to Queta. Top of the key into the hands to Derek White. White guarded by Merrill. Switch guarded by Mobley at the top. Flares off the screen. It's Hauser who pops up for a 3. And he buries the triple. Sam Hauser from downtown drills the 3. Nice little ghost screen right there to come on off by Hauser and connect on it. Backdoor layup's good. Score by Dean Wade. 6-point advantage for Cleveland. Celtics with a possession. Tatum, cross court into the hands to White. Guarded by Mobley, 1-on-1. Derek White, bounce pass finds Tatum. Tatum takes on Mobley, 1-on-1, 8 on the timer. Tatum slides it on top into the hands to Brown. Brown playing the iso ball, up fake, elbow. Brown leading forward, a 15-footer, left off the rim, short to rebound, secured by Merrill. Tough defense there for Cleveland. Jaylen Brown, that's a spot where he goes to the mid-range. Unable to connect on it, though. Mitchell bricked the 3 off the rim, quickly up the floor, out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. Just getting started tonight. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscriber. Just getting started this afternoon for this one. Derek White. Past midcourt, slow start for the Celtics. Still a lot of game left to be played, though. White, off to Hauser. Bury the first 3, takes another. Partially blocked up in the air. And it goes back to Cleveland. Greg, welcome back in. Eugene, thanks for joining in. Not the mama, welcome in. Sorry to hear that you can't watch this one today. Turnaround hook shot is good inside the key by Mobley. And Joe Mazzulla will take the first time out today. 11-3, Cleveland. Setting the tone early on their home floor. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, Evan Mobley, patient possession, backing his way down on Sam Hauser, able to connect on the follow-away right-hand hook shot to drop. 8-point lead by the Cavs to the first time out. All right, slow start so far. I think that's the only thing that's concerning me about the Celtics team is that they've got out to a bunch of slow starts for them. Really hasn't mattered, though, because they've been a second-half team all season. They played the Heat 3 times so far. All 3 of those games, they were struggling against the Heat early on. Yeah, right now, tough start. Evan Mobley eating inside the paint. 2 for 2 inside the paint. Drilled a 3. 7 points for Mobley. Dean Wade with 2. Donovan Mitchell with 2. 3 assists by Sam Merrill. Evan Mobley bringing the energy right out of the gate. He opened up the game on a slam dunk. 3 points by Hauser. And then that's it. So Hauser drilled a 3 coming off a screen. The Celtics playing a lot of 1-on-1 iso ball right now. I like to see them move that ball around. So, yeah, they were able to move the ball around to get Hauser freed up on the screen. Assisted by White. But other than that, it's been Brown, who's trying to hunt down matchups. Tatum tried to hunt down a matchup too, missed a jumper from 3 on a 1-on-1. And then Jaylen Brown's gone a 1-on-1 twice. Both of those shots in the mid-range 15-footers, but he just can't connect on his shot so far. So, yeah, they're going to the spots that they want, but they just can't convert on those shots to begin. What's been critical for the Celtics lately has been rebounds. Like, offensive rebounds, controlling the glass. That's how they won their games recently. Right now, they just have 1 rebound. Cavs are outnumbering the Celtics 4-1 in the rebound column. Well, it's good. Frank on the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in from the Philippines. Northern Iowa up by 5 against UIC. That's the Missouri Valley Tournament Championship game, 52-47. High Point up over Winthrop, 39-36 in the Big South Tournament Championship. Winners of those games receive the auto bid into the NCAA tournament. It's been a long time since I've seen a name like UIC pop up in their conference tournament championship, so props out to UIC. Yeah, usually Northern Iowa usually gets there, but there's in the Missouri Valley, it's been represented well by teams like Drake. Before Wichita State went to the American, they used to dominate the Missouri Valley. I think Creighton used to be back in the Missouri Valley back in the 2000s before they went to the Big East. Back to action. 8-point game, Derek White fires it off to Tatum. Tatum takes on Sam Merrill, backs his way, jumper, connects on it. It is good for 2 for JT. Jason Tatum getting into the zone there off the deep 2 pull-up. Mitchell, pocket pass, Mobley, kick out, corner, Merrill, lob to Mobley. Mobley taking over a 7. Pivots the baseline, underneath working on Keita, soars up, no good off the back rim. Keita rips away the defensive rebound. Celtics with possession. Sigma, thanks for joining in. Kudak, glad to have you in the stream. Tatum sends it off to White. White dribbles up inside, dish underneath. Keita got it blocked by Mobley. Got the basketball back though. Keita hits the deck, tied up with Dean Wade. And this will be jump ball between Keita and Wade at the Celtics free throw circle. Man, that's just excellent defense by Evan Mobley. Big time impact by Mobley so far. Jump ball, pinwheeled around, tipped up to Tatum. Finds Hauser at the wing, into the hands to Tatum. Tatum, top of the key, up fake. Thinks about the step back. Tatum, give and go, Keita. Keita launches the jumper late in the timer. Off the back rim, no good. That was a 17-foot J by Keita. Had a launch with 1 on the shot clock. Missed 3 quickly up the floor by Merrill. Rebound goes to Hauser. Tatum brings up the floor. 7:40 left to go in the opening quarter. Lob to Brown. Brown up fake at the right baseline. Brown sends it on top. Hauser launches the 3. Swoosh! Sam Hauser rips down the triple. Second made 3 of the game of the Celtics. Donovan Mitchell slows down tempo. Sends it off to Harden at the wing. James Harden takes on the White. Out to the top, Mobley. Up fake. Drives on Keita. Inside the key. Mobley, a scoop score up and in with a left-hand layup. I don't leave the stats up because where my game syncs up to the TV, it's different with the stats. The stats might come in earlier than that. Tatum cans the 3. JT right down the chute, delivers. That's a big-time shot there for Tatum. 5 points right now for Tatum. Corner jumper, Mobley. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Tatum. Celtics with possession. Chance to tie it up with a made 2. Chance to take the lead with a made 3. Tatum bounce pass White. Open gap there. Shoots it. And he dunks it with a 2 and then flush. Shoot the shoots for Derek White. Able to cut right to the hoop with authority with a 2-hand slam. Timeout on the floor taken by Cleveland. Jason Tatum in the zone. Deep 2 jumper. And then step back 3 at the top of the key. And then the bounce pass leading to the trailer. Derek White cutting to the hoop, exploding for the 2-hand flush as we head over to the timeouts. Finally getting into a groove right now. Slow start for the Celtics, down 7-0. And all of a sudden, tied up 13 apiece. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, so the reason why I don't put in stats on the screen on the actual slide, why I do it on the timeout slide, is because when they update, the stats usually fail to update, and that means I would have to be clicking around different tabs to do so, which means I wouldn't be able to see the chat. So, and it also takes up a lot of CPU usage too, on the main slide. So I just have it on the timeout slide only. Tatum, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Good start for JT. 6 points by Hauser with 2 made threes. Derek White, slam dunk with him with 2, also with 1 assist. Jaylen Brown yet to score so far. 1 rebound, 1 assist for JB. Kada yet to score with a rebound. Cleveland led by Evan Mobley. Big time start for him. 9 points, 2 blocks. 2 points each by Dean Wade and Donovan Mitchell. And then James Harden, Sam Merrill yet to score. 3 assists by Sam Merrill though. What's good, Anthony? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, busy day this morning. Got up at spring ahead too. I got up at 7. Had a game this morning that started off at 10. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're a college basketball fan, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned in the chat, and all are welcome to join in and be a part of this year's Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. Click the link, sign up, and create an ESPN account if you don't already have so. If you do, all you have to do is click Join Group for the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket group to be a part of this year's NCAA Tournament Challenge. Selection Sunday is next Sunday, and then the brackets get released next Sunday, 6 p.m. Brackets will lock Thursday, March 19th at noontime. Jason Tatum plus 20. In a win over Dallas on Friday. Celtics won by 20 as well. 120-100. Back to action, Mobley. In the corner finds Merrill. Peyton Pritchard, first time on the floor, picks up a reach and foul. That's a tough first 10 seconds for Pritchard once he just entered the game. Jalen Tyson, first time in the court for him today for Cleveland. Dean Wade, Jalen Tyson, Sam Merrill, Evan Mobley, James Harden. That's the 5 of the court currently for the Cavs. Harden dribbles behind his back, bounce past Merrill, poke loose by Pritchard, into the hands to Harden. 5 of the timer. Off to Merrill, takes on Pritchard. 3 in the shot clock, jumper, 15-footer off the rim, no good. Ripped away off the glass by Tatum with a rebound. Tatum, Brown, Akeda, Pritchard, Hauser to 5 of the court. Here goes Tatum, right to the cup, and he scores with a layup. 2-point lead for the Celtics. First lead today for Boston. JT, out to a strong start so far. Runner, it is buried by Jalen Tyson. Tatum pass midcourt. Into the hands to Pritchard. Celtics started off dreadful. 2 for 9 from the floor. Ever since perfect 4 for 4. Pritchard looking to get going. Lob to Tatum. Tatum pivot. Tatum baseline. Tatum to the cup. Tatum scores. Up and in. Off the backboard. Once again for 2 more for JT. Jason Tatum setting the tone early, attacking to the rack. He was looking for a foul, couldn't get it. Tyson on a 3 off the back rim, no good. Hauser with a defensive rebound. Peyton Pritchard at the wing takes on Jalen Tyson. Cross-court pass connects with Tatum. Tatum, hop fake, drives on D to Wade, leans forward on a 3, draws the contact, and a foul. 3 free throws coming up in the line for Jason Tatum. Able to get Dean Wade to bite off the up fake. Jason Tatum wanting more. Wanting to follow in the previous possession. But man, doesn't look like there's any limitations whatsoever for Jason Tatum. 9.7 minutes, 4 for 5 from the floor in his second game back. Looks like there's zero limitations for Tatum. First one's good. Holy smokes, if he comes out with like a 25-point performance today, like a 25-plus point performance, that completely just takes away what I said about the Celtics team and what they could possibly do. Like, if Tatum plays like this, like, they could definitely go out and win a championship for sure. If Tatum keeps on playing like this. First 2 free throws, good. At the line for Tatum. Jason Tatum has 11 points in 7 minutes. Like, I was not expecting him to be like a big-time factor scoring. Like, having like 25, 30-point games in the first couple weeks. Like, even once we get into the playoffs, I did not expect Tatum to have these humongous games. I thought that he would accept his role, score like 15, 18, 20, but it would be tougher for him to reach 25, 30. Right now, he has 12 points. Celtics in the 12-2 run. He has 12 points in the opening quarter, 7 minutes. Putback is good. Up and off the glass for Cleveland. So, James Harden on the board off the putback for his first basket. Pritchard slides it on top into the hands to Keita. Baylor Sharman, first time on the floor for him. Out to the wing to Pritchard. 10 on the shot clock. Peyton Pritchard. 1-on-1 off the crossover. Takes on Jalen Tyson. Gives it off to Sharman. 3 to timer. Attacks the paint. Floats him a wild left-hand hook shot. And gonna the drop. It is good for the deuce. That was crafty for Baylor Sharman. 5-point margin for the Celtics. Laser beam from downtown by James Harden. 3-point make. It's a 2-point game. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown dribbles up, spin cycle, turn around, jumper, rattled out, rebound goes to Cleveland. Cavs with the basketball, down by 2. Harden tees up the 3, skipped around the rim and out. Jaylen Brown controls the defensive rebounds. Yeah, my whole computer just lost the scoreboard. I'll get it back up once I reset in a matter of moments. Brown, hand off Tatum. 12 in the timer. Jason Tatum towards his left, takes the 3 off the rim, short off the fingertips of Sharman. Jalen Tyson there for the defensive rebound. Up the floor goes the Cavs with Dennis Schroeder. First time in the court for Schroeder. Celtics lead 22-20 right now. Next whistle, I'll get the scoreboard back in. I have to, like, restart the stream for, like, a brief moment as I'm going to whistle here to follow charge of the Celtics. Yeah, whenever I get a CPU bump usage up, it happens once every few streams. I have first one, a round and out. John Olin, thanks for joining in. Isaac, welcome in. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in, being a part of the channel this afternoon. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one, Celtics or Cavs. Second free throw, a round and out, missed again by Harden, empty. That trip at the free throw line by James Harden. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown, 15-footer, straight away, drills. Free throw by Brown is good. 5-point lead for the Celtics. They started off slow. They were down 7-0 to begin this game. Cavs with possession. Attacking the paint. Shooting foul drawn as, Hugo Gonzalez goes down hard. Looks like he took a shot to his mouth, and Gonzalez in a ton of pain with his hand over his mouth. He might be bleeding from the mouth. Let's see, Hugo, first minute on the floor as well. Oh, he took a heavy elbow from Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell drew the benefit of foul. Gonzalez not in... Yeah, he was not in the legal guarding position to take a charge. So he was backpedaling his feet. But Mitchell with an elbow to the mouth of Gonzalez. Got away with one right there. Mitchell will have 2 free throws. First one's good. Oh, Thursday night's game will be on the Celtics network. Yeah, if that's on the NBC Sports Boston, then I should be able to cover it. I'll check that with the Celtics schedule and see if it's on it. If it's on NBC Sports Boston, then the one against OKC, I should be able to cover it. I get NBC Sports Boston. I don't get Amazon Prime. So that's why I said I wouldn't cover the Thursday night game, unfortunately, against OKC because it's on Amazon Prime. But yeah, if it's on NBC Sports Boston, then I'll cover it. Jaylen Brown at the wing, 3-point game. JB backs his way inside the key, floats up the shot, left it short off the rim. A rebound controlled by Mitchell. Out of the pack, here goes Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell, runner, drills the 2. Brown, bounce pass on top into the hands to Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard, step back 3 straight away, drills the triple. Peyton Pritchard, trifecta from the perimeter. Pocket pass off to Cleveland. They missed the shot off the runner. That was a miss off the mark by Thomas Bryant. Pritchard, give and go into the hands to Garza. Handoff Pritchard, reach and foul. And another personal around the perimeter by Cleveland. This is going to send the Celtics here into the bonus. And that's their 5th of the quarter. Jaylen Brown will head to the free throw line. Two shots by Brown. First one in and out. Second free throw by Brown. It is up and it is through. 5-point lead for Boston. Minute 45 left to go. Opening quarter of action. Dennis Schroeder. Past the timeline. Schroeder at the wing of the perimeter. Dribbles up, drives on Pritchard inside the key. Oof. Yep, okay. Bounce past Mitchell on top. Schroeder has to launch. He does with 0 the shot clock. It was a little bit late. So it's a shot clock violation charged to Cleveland. I'll check over on my end to see if there's any issues or anything. Might have to just refresh the stream if there is issues. Garza pops up for a 3 and he nails the triple. Big time stroke from the perimeter by Luka Garza. Final minute left to go in the opening quarter. Thomas Bryant on the 3 off the mark, no good. Brown controls the defensive rebound. Celtics push the ball up the floor, 8-point margin, largest lead of the game for Boston. Brown off a double team, held up and fouled. Two free throws here coming up for Jaylen Brown. Yeah, Schroeder, Mitchell. Brown was clobbered. No, check that. They're going to give him the tie-up. Beg my pardon. They're going to give this the tie-up. So this is going to be a tie-up between Brown and Mitchell. So they give this the tie-up. Brown swats it back to Gonzalez. Controls the tip. the foul on Brown here off the tip. Just weird. Yeah, Jaylen Brown off the tip with a foul. Got a head start on Mitchell, then swiped back into like the face of Mitchell after the tip. So Mitchell is going to shoot 2 at the free throw line. Both of these teams in the bonus. First one's good. Oh, I got you. Yeah, thanks for the update, Steve. Appreciate it. Wow, TV station has no audio. Wow. Yeah, it's around, usually it's like a 30-second delay. It's YouTube delay. Actually, people say whenever it's an ABC game, people tell me I'm usually quicker than the game at times because I get this game from ABC Boston, and Boston's one of the fastest broadcast stations on delay. They're 5 seconds faster than the Providence network. Corner jumper, that is good, able to get the bounce for JB. 9-point lead for the Celtics. As we are down to the final 20 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Donovan Mitchell, edge of the Cavaliers logo, bounce pass, down low, and Tyson puts up a wild shot, no good off the mark, looking for a follow call. Shireman there to control the rebound. Pritchard races up the floor, finds Brown, 5 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown dribbles, drives, dish outside, Pritchard sidestep to his left, takes the jumper, in and out, no good. And we close out the end of the opening quarter. Peyton Pritchard almost with a bank there. Very close to banking in a 3, left it long, and off the glass just a tad too strong. 35-26 at the end of the opening quarter of action. What a turnaround for Boston. They were down 7-0 to the first quarter. Now find its way up on top by 9, 35-26. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, so we go into the timeout. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Celtics led by a balance of everybody right now. Jason Tatum, excellent first quarter, 12 points in 9 minutes for JT. Coming out, setting the tone early, looking like his former self, getting to his spots, 4 for 6 on the floor. The key for JT, he's been able to get inside quite a bit and nail shots. He drilled a 3, got a couple baskets in the interior, 2 rebounds and an assist for Tatum. 7 by Jaylen Brown, 6 by Hauser, 3 each by Pritchard and Garza. Shireman and White with 2 assists. Yeah, looks like there must be a network issue. So if you're not hearing any like announcers or anything, or any sound during the game, whoever the intern was that works the soundboard at ABC Channel 9 in Tucson should be fired. I mean, that's terrible that they leave the network off. So somebody left the network switcher off. That's what it sounds like. So on a studio soundboard, there's supposed to be different consoles. The soundboard that I work at work is under Wide Orbit. So under Wide Orbit Studios. So it's first one's titled Left, like Scott Studios Left. That used to be the former name. And then Scott Studios Right, which is like the from like 6 to 9, then after 9 o'clock, sign off. Might be different for an ABC affiliate, because I know where I am for like Providence, Boston. It's usually ABC News will go on at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., do the ABC News, send it off to the network for GMA at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock on a weekend. And then after GMA, it's just paid programming shows all the way through the day until like afternoon basketball. Yeah, just looks like it's okay. Yeah, we're back on. I got a glitch here on my end, so if you got a buffer, that was actually on my end. I lost internet for like a brief moment. Got it back. I saw the red X was on the stream. Got it back in the green column now. Missed three quickly up the floor by Cleveland. Boston with possession. The White spin cycle, kick out, corner. Hauser catch and fire three. That was the Paul George special off the side of the glass as it goes right back over to Cleveland. Again, yeah, I got it back. It glitched again for some reason on my end. The internet's... Wonder... There's an internet connectivity issue in my area for some reason. I never get this at night. So my apologies for the two buffers. It went, again, lost connectivity for like 10 seconds again. Just got it back. Where we stand 10-14 in the second quarter. Celtics by 9. First time on the floor for Keon Ellis today for Cleveland. Schroeder out on top. Dean Wade, his three, he knew it automatically. Came off the rim short. Ellis pins it off of Pritchard at the baseline out of bounds. It's going to stay Cleveland ball. The rebounds. Yeah, every now and then, for some reason, it says reconnection successful. Over on my end, it'll drop a frame and then it'll hit X for some reason. Layup is good, up and in off the glass as Boston scores the 2. Mobley, hook shot, no good inside. White controls the defensive rebound. Derek White with the previous basket, he's got 4 now. D. White, dribble, drive, inside of Kia, looking for 2 more, no good. Garza came away with it, loose ball down the far side, contact, and a loose ball foul. Going to be charged to Pritchard. Evan Mobley able to jam it down with a two-handed flush. Yeah, it's weird. It will drop frames from time to time. It never did that before. Did that a couple times in the finals. That was because there was like construction with a house on my street that was getting built, so we were known about that with our internet provider too. Garza down low, fouled, 2 shots awaiting him at the free throw line. See if I can like play around with a bit rate, see if that changes or so. Luka Garza, first free throw is good. Tatum right now on the bench at the moment. 10-point lead for the Celtics. Second free throw, got the bounce. Inside the key, runner around and out, tipped off the mark, tipped around, and Derek White there to control the defensive rebound. Up the floor, here goes Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard gives it off to Derek White, tips toes the baseline, bounce pass into the hands to Hauser. Hauser lost control of the basketball, turns it over. Up the floor, Cleveland had a poke loose from behind out of bounds. It's going to stay Cleveland ball. Cavs underneath looking for the inbound. They do at the wing of the perimeter. Thomas Bryant. Handoff James Harden. Harden guarded by Showerman on the outside. This ball sails out of bounds, deflected by the Celtics out. Inbound, Bryant pops up for a three, left off the rim. Short Shireman there to control the defensive rebounds. Celtics with possession. Derek White, kick out, corner. Shireman tees up the three. Swoosh! He drills it. Baylor, Shireman rips it down with a triple. 14-point lead right now for the Celtics. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Dean Wade dribbles up low block, outside to Thomas Bryant. Pops up on the three, left off the rim and out to rebound secure by Keita. Celtics really taking it with their bench so far in this game. Started to get things going off the bench. Keita, handoff Pritchard. Tours is left around the perimeter for Peyton Pritchard, and he lost the handle out of bounds. That's a rare mistake by Pritchard. Hey, what's good? We got Naja player. Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, great start for the Celtics today. And Rydog, glad to have you back in. Wesley, thanks for joining in from Long Island. James Harden, guarded by Pritchard on the outside. Harden launches the three, atop of the key, off the mark, no good. Derek White secures the defensive rebounds. And Jalen Tyson commits the over-the-back foul. 42-28, Celtics by 14 as we head over to the timeout break. All right. Yeah, so my apologies. Couple buffers in the stream for some reason. We lost, my internet lost connectivity. So if you thought that it was like an issue on your end, it was an issue on my end where it like buffered for a couple seconds. So it usually never does that. It hasn't done that in a long time. But it seems like it's fine right now. So knock on wood. Hopefully things will go well throughout the rest of the stream. But if you do see like a buffer or anything, that's not on your end. That's mostly going to be on my end because there must have been some like internet issue during this hour. So that's why I was having some issues a couple of times with the stream, like losing frames, being choppy. But looks good last couple minutes, so hopefully it'll stay like it is throughout. Jason Tatum, excellent start for him tonight. 12 points in 9 minutes, 7 points for Jaylen Brown, 5 each off the bench by Garza and Shireman. Pritchard with 3. Celtics bench looking solid. 13 bench points compared to just 2 by Cleveland. Evan Mobley with 11. Donovan Mitchell has 8. And 6 of those points at the free throw line for Mitchell. So Mitchell just 1 for 3 from the floor currently. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And also, March Madness just around the corner. Next Sunday, Selection Sunday. If anybody's interested in joining the March Madness Selection, March Madness Bracket Challenge group, feel free to do so. All you have to do is click the link that's pinned into the chat, fill out the brackets, and then brackets will lock on Selection Sunday. Or brackets will lock on the Thursday after Selection Sunday. So brackets come out on the Selection Sunday, which is next Sunday around 6 p.m. And then brackets lock Thursday, March 19th at 12 p.m. Hopefully everybody having a good day here this Sunday. Spring ahead. So hopefully you guys are a fan of spring ahead. An hour more daylight, which is good. Yeah, if Tatum plays like he's been playing, Celtics going to win the East. East is completely wide open. Detroit, best record, but they don't have much playoff experience. This Cleveland team's been strong, but matching up against the Celtics, they've had some struggles in the past, just matching up against Boston. And then the Knicks. If the Knicks get the 3 seed, Celtics get the 2. Jason Tatum is going to be on his revenge tour in that series, knowing what happened last year. Knicks have not been a good road team at all this year either. So, for the Knicks to travel to the TD Garden and play that extra game in a 7-game series, it's going to be huge. Yeah, Celtics look so well coached, so elite. It's incredible this year. Everybody thought it was going to be the gap year going into the lottery for the Celtics, and how about competing for a championship, winning the conference championship, and then facing whoever comes out of the West, if it's OKC, San Antonio, Denver. The Celtics get matched up against Denver. That's going to be a tough matchup. They've had some problems with Denver in the past. Missed jumper at the top there. It was Tatum back on the floor. Took the shot, missed off the back rim. Pascal broke it up. White off his fingertips, collected on the steal by Keita. 14-point lead for the Celtics, down to 6:20 left to go before halftime. White at the wing, towards his left off the dribble. Dish outside Tatum, a rise and fire on a 3 off the mark, no good. Batted out to the backcourt. Celtics maintain possession. 10 in the timer for Boston. Derek White, guarded by Harden, dribbles towards his right. Lob, broke it up, out of bounds, last off the Cavs. Tatum inbounds at White at the top for the timer. Launches deep 2 around the rim and out to rebound. Hauled in by Cleveland. Cavs with possession, racing up the floor. Kick out, corner, 3. Left short off the rim. No good by Cleveland. Here goes the outlet pass behind the defense. Baylor Sherman throws it down with a 2-handed flush. Not racing back defensively for Cleveland and Boston. Able to make them pay. 16-point lead for the Celtics. If you're from the U.S., this game is on ABC, but I'm not sure internationally where you can get this from. But this is a completely free game. If you have an antenna TV, all you have to do is turn on your local network with ABC if you're from the U.S. So this is not like a pay-per-streaming service game today. It's not like you need YouTube TV or Hulu to get this game. All you need is a TV with an antenna to get this one off your local network. Tatum at the wing of the perimeter. Slides it off the Brown, top of the key. Takes the 3. No good, left off the rim. Short to rebound, secured by Bryant. James Harden on the floor alongside Thomas Bryant, Sam Merrill, Craig Porter Jr., who attacks the paint, dump off underneath Bryan, and puts it up and no good, around the rim and out. 5th player in the court's Jalen Tyson. Jason Tatum on the floor alongside Brown, White, Keita, and Sharman. Tatum looking to do work. 1-on-1, takes on Harden off the crossover. Tatum out to the corner. Sharman tees up the 3 off the back rim, no good. A rebound secure by Cleveland. Sam Merrill up the floor into the hands to Harden. Harden leading forward, draws the shooting foul. It's on Derek White. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Harden. Man, this has been a clinic of a second quarter defensively. Just 2 points allowed in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Holy smokes. Celtics are locking up guys left and right. Cleveland started off 7-0. To begin this game. This Celtics defense is completely dialed in. Holy moly. Just insane. Man, I thought the game I covered this morning for water polo was the team that I covered was dialed in. They won 24-8. Right now, Celtics locked in. Locking down dudes defensively. Harden splits the free throws. The Celtics going to head to the free throw line. So 2 free throws coming up at the line for Derek White. Once again, there's that connectivity issue. So my apologies for that. That's over my internet's end. So if you do see a buffer going on during the stream, it's on my end. So my apologies about that. Something's with the internet right now. Derek White nails the free throws. What a start for the Celtics. So Jason Tatum getting free throws coming up. Nice little back cuts off the pass by Keita. Able to find Tatum. And Tatum's going to have 2 free throws here. 4:02 left to go before halftime. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. First free throw. Bounced in. Good for Tatum. Yeah, it's something wrong with the internet connection over here. That it loses connectivity for 5 seconds and then comes back in. Never has happened before. Cleveland has made just 1 basket out of their previous 21 total shot attempts. Mitchell weaves his way inside. Runner, got it. Finally, something drops for the Cavs. 17-point game now. Celtics with possession. Brown soars up. Denied out of bounds. Man, he attacked the rack with authority there. We have a timeout taken on the floor as well. Down to 3:29 left to go in regulation. All right, 3:29 left to go before halftime. Celtics, this has been a defensive grind. 13-7, second quarter margin. Cleveland went 1 for 21 at one point shooting. Thanks for the update there. So Northern Iowa won the Missouri Valley, looks like, to punch their ticket into the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, 3 teams now going to the NCAA tournament. Yesterday, LIU got the auto bid from the NEC. What happened was Mercyhurst won their conference semifinal, which they're ineligible to compete in their second season as a Division I program. So Mercyhurst, ineligible to compete. LIU won their semi. LIU advances to the NCAA tournament, wins the auto bid. And then Tennessee State won last night, which puts the second auto bid in. First tournament for them in 30 years. Northern Iowa wins over UIC, Missouri Valley Tournament Championship, 84-69. 3 teams in the bracket now. There's going to be a 4th-team later today. High Point leading Winthrop. 5 minutes left to go. 77-63. Yeah, that's stunning with Colgate. I saw Dale post about Colgate earlier. Patriot League semis. They've dropped off big time last couple of years. They were like a powerhouse in the Patriot League, and right now, disappointing year for them. Yeah, Navy is the team to beat this year out of the Patriot. Navy 17-1, 26-6 out of the Patriot. They got smashed against Yale. Yale is the team to beat in the Ivy. Ivy's playing some good basketball in years past, which has pulled off upsets in the bracket. Give those kids a week of rest to prepare for games. They study film and throw the records out the window because anything could happen when you play in a tournament. But I mean, I don't think there's going to be many upsets in the future to come. Reason why is because of NIL. This High Point team, I mean, they're bound to make the bracket. I think they did last year too. And then the year before that, they had a really good record, didn't make the bracket. Losses to UAB, Southern Illinois, App State in overtime, and then Winthrop. That was their last loss in mid-January. They're going to go into the tournament with their last loss 2 months prior on January 14th. 48-33 as we're down to under 3.5 left to go before halftime. I got to get this clock synced up because it's actually behind. Pritchard. Inside, high arcing runner, got the 2. That was special there for Peyton Pritchard. Everything clicking right now for the Celtics. 2:55 left to go in regulation before halftime. Pritchard At the wing from the floor. Takes on Harden, 1-on-1, sends it off to Tatum. Tatum fires a bullet down low. Queta held up. Queta fouled. That was the first quarter. I knew something was wrong. Inbound goes to Queta. Derek White. At the top of the key into the hands to Tatum. Jason Tatum dribbles up to the elbow. Tatum working on Mitchell. Jumper deep two. Left off the rim short. Smashed off the glass. Rebound secured by Mobley. 2.5 left to go before halftime. Why does it say 25? Oh. I know why. That's not the score, by the way. I gotta set it for the second. There we go, second quarter. So yeah, it's 50-33. Yeah, it got sunk back up to the first quarter. Runner inside the key drops down. So Cleveland able to respond there for the 2. .210 left to go before half. Peyton Pritchard at the wing of the perimeter. Into the hands to Queta. Queta, top of the key, towards his left. Queta outside of Pritchard. 2 minutes left to go in the second. Pritchard inside the key. Jumper high. Archer got it. Peyton Pritchard able to rip it down for the deuce. Everything clicking right now for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard up to 7. Harden skip past the wing. Keon Ellis bounce past corner. Mobley bouncing bodies off. Queta battling off the double team as Tatum came along. 5 of the shot clock. Mitchell has to launch. Mitchell jumper 18-footer left off the rim. Short rebound controlled by Brown. Celtics with possession. 1:20 left to go before halftime. Queta handoff Pritchard at the wing of the perimeter. Peyton Pritchard 1-on-1 as he takes on Keon Ellis. Pritchard crossover, bounce past Brown. JB dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Leaner Brown left off the rim short, tipped up and fouled. And if this was on the shot, this is going to be 2 free throws. Shokitso, thanks for joining in. Jose, glad to have you in. Yes, this game is live. $17-point lead for the Celtics. 1:05 left to go before half. 2 free throws by Jaylen Brown. They're in the bonus. First one's good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Great start for Boston today. Total team basketball going on right now. Second free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. Man, Celtics rolling. James Harden picks it up. 1:04 left to go in action. Harden drives inside the key. Shovels outside to the top. Merrill off fake. Jacks up the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Brown battling with Queta for the defensive rebound. Statted with Queta on the defensive board. Celtics going to slow it down. Taking complete control in this game right now. Jaylen Brown, dribble, drive, inside, dish outside, Sharman. And Jaylen Brown called on a turnover. So 36.6. 14 points by Tatum, 4 for 10 shooting, 1 for 6 from 3. He has struggled from 3, but getting to the rim for Tatum, and he is the top scorer in this game. Jumper misfired off the mark, no good by Mitchell. Celtics with the basketball. Yeah, my apologies for the drop frames. I think it's an internet issue right now during the afternoon. Why it's dropping frames? It's fine in the green column. Free throws coming up again for the Celtics. Sam Merrill, guilty party, picks up the foul, and he was defending Jaylen Brown. Tried to take the charge on Brown, and JB will shoot 2 coming up at the line. Nine points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the opening half for Jaylen Brown. Man, this is a statement game on the road for the Celtics. First free throw by Jaylen Brown. It's good. Second free throw, got the bounce in. 21-point lead in the first half for Boston. Cavs have missed their last 16 shots from the floor. Cleveland has possession. Donovan Mitchell away from the play. Foul charge to the Celtics. He'll be shooting. There'll be free throws coming up. So Celtics gave a foul. Going to give Cleveland shots at the free throw line so Boston can get back this basketball for the final possession to close out the quarter. And Evan Mobley will shoot 2 shots off the board, just 7 for 11 as a team. First shot left long by Mobley. That was a smart decision there by Joe Mazzulla. Joe Mazzulla decides to have his guys commit a foul, put them in the bonus, put Mobley at the free throw line, and he misses the first free throw. Smart decision there by Joe Mazzulla. Man, this thing's buffering like crazy. My apologies about the drop. $20-point lead for Boston as we go into halftime. Yeah, it's weird. It's buffering again. I'm going to see if I can hit the restart and then see if that puts it into the green column. It's in the yellow and the red, so my apologies about that, but we're at halftime. Okay, so it's in the green column currently. Hopefully it stays in the green column. Yeah, that's weird. I got like a connectivity issue. So it's fine right now. My apologies for dropping frames. Usually never happens. Huh. Yeah, YouTube's been a little odd recently, but I just restarted it, so it's fine right now. If you guys get like a buffer or anything, I believe it's on my end for some reason. It's also a lot of snow that's melting too. Yeah, it's on my end, which I'm always in the green column. I never drop frames. That's so weird. There's got to be some internet issue in my town or something. Boston College fired head coach Earl Grant. 5 seasons, went 72-92. Yeah, this year, BC basketball barely had any fans for some of the games. The whole seats were empty. Tatum's got 14, so Tatum's the game leader with 14. He's tied with Mobley. Mobley has 14 as well. So Tatum, 14 points in 15 minutes. He had 12 points in the first 7 minutes today. Perfect at the free throw line. 5 for 5 for Tatum. Struggling from 3, just 1 for 6, but either way, finding his way inside. Attacking the rim for JT. Jaylen Brown with 11. Brown 6 for 7 at the free throw line. Celtics getting to the rim and drawing fouls. Getting to the free throw line quite a bit. 15 for 16 as a team in the first half at the free throw line. Their defense been an absolute force. Celtics locking down the Cavs to just 29% shooting and shooting a dreadful 2 for 22 from the perimeter. Yeah, a lot of stuff where I am is starting to melt. So we got 2 weeks ago from the blizzard, I got 32.5 inches of snow where I am. So there's still a lot of snow on the ground. It's probably not going to melt till April. But today was 55 degrees out, so quite a bit of melting. And it's the first day in a long time that it's been above 50 where I am. This winter was so brutal. It was 10-degree days in the winter, below zero temperatures in the morning. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, UMBC been playing well this year. This is what we have so far from March Madness is LIU got the auto bid from the NEC, and LIU didn't even have to play, or they don't even have to win their tournament championship if and they'll still get the auto bid. So Mercyhurst won the first semifinal for the NEC yesterday, and Mercyhurst is brand new to D1. So they're in their second season for D1, so ineligible right now to compete for the NCAA tournament, which stinks. I hate that rule. That's unfortunate. But making it all the way to the tournament championship final for Mercyhurst, that's huge for them. But LIU, automatic bid from the NEC, and then Ohio Valley won the Tennessee State won the Ohio Valley Conference last night, so they're in for the first time in 32 years. And then Northern Iowa knocked off UIC in the Missouri Valley. Northern Iowa's in. High Points, let's see if that's gone final. High Point and Winthrop, that's the next one. High Point's winning Winthrop. High Point's going to get in. 87-74 with under a minute left to go. So High Point's going to be the fourth team in the bracket. They'll enter the tournament at 30-4 for High Point. And then there's two other teams that's going to be crowned conference champions later tonight. Central Arkansas against Queens College in New York out of the Atlantic Sun. That tournament championship tipped off 20 minutes ago. And then over in the Summit League later tonight, North Dakota takes on North Dakota State. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So, yeah, Ice Ice Baby's niece. I remember you were talking about that, plays for Mercyhurst. Yeah, so they're in Stonehill's conference. That conference is interesting. So that conference is the NEC. For some reason, Chicago State plays in that conference, which I have no clue why. They should be playing in the Horizon League. That's the reason why St. Francis dropped out of D1, because Chicago State joined the NEC, and then Stonehill a few years prior to that joined the NEC, which was a huge jump for them. I do a couple of their games broadcasting, which they put millions and millions of dollars into their facilities over at Stonehill. That's a school on the rise. They just got a golf team. They just bought out a golf course the other day at the country club in their town. So they're doing some big things. They're supposed to be creating a whole new athletic center with a whole new gym that's gonna expand their capacity, because their arena, they basically play in a 1,000 seat arena that is a high school gym, whereas one of the colleges that I broadcast for at a D3 has double that amount of capacity. They have 2,000 capacity in one of the gyms at the D3 that I work for. That's going to be huge once Stonehill gets that. But yeah, Mercyhurst is in that conference, and quick turnaround for Mercyhurst to play really well. Yeah, UMBC when they upset Virginia. What a day that must have been. Yeah, UMBC is in the same conference as Bryant, so that's a school that I'm usually like familiar with, that they face a lot. Yeah, really bad winter up north. What's good? Carlos in the stream, welcome in. Best one that you could take today was the Celtics to either cover the spread or on the money line for Boston. They were the underdog going into this game today. Derek White with just 6 points, though. I think he's going to get going in half number 2. I think Cleveland's going to draw a lot more attention to Tatum and Brown. That should free up White for a lot more buckets. And Derek White's clutch in the second half for him. So I think he's going to have a big second half. 14 points by Tatum, 11 by Brown, 7 off the bench by Pritchard and Shireman, Garza with 5. Celtics bench is rocking, 19 bench points compared to just 2 by Cleveland. Cleveland in a rut. Like, they couldn't hit anything in the first half. They went 1 for 21 at one point from 3 in the first half. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. If you're big college basketball fans out there, fill out a bracket for March Madness. And feel free to join in the March Madness Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned in the chat, and all are welcome to join in. All you have to do is click the link pinned in the chat to join the Behind the Arc Basketball March Madness Bracket Challenge group, and then create an ESPN account if you don't already have one, and then click Join Group to be a part of this year's March Madness Bracket Challenge. Yeah, so it's an internet issue on my end, because usually it stays constant green, and it's going from like green to yellow, dropping a couple frames here or there, green, yellow, and red. So my apologies about that. There is some sort of internet problem on my end right now. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is going to have a big second half for him, I would imagine, if they come on back. Yeah, that game's on NBC Sports Boston. Oh wait, no, that's the 25th. Yeah, that is on NBC Sports Boston, the 12th. Yeah, that's high points going into the bracket at 30-4. Wow, so congratulations to High Point. Yeah, so specifically on Prime, I can't cover those games, but it looks like NBC Sports Boston's going to cover it, so I'm hoping to cover Celtics Thunder as well. Yeah, Tatum pretty good so far. Getting inside quite a bit, getting to the free throw line. 14 points in 15 minutes. He is tied for the game leader. Started off the game really quick. He had 12 points in the first 7 minutes. Hasn't been able to hit his shots from 3, but yeah, so Tatum's been able to get to the rim, which has been key. 14 points in 15 minutes. bunch of games going on at night later tonight. Wow, that's stunning. Campbell beat UNC Wilmington, which UNC Wilmington went 26-5 and just lost. That's a quarterfinal game, too. That's a 1 seed versus an 8 seed over in the Colonial. Holy moly. Like, I've talked about it before. I honestly don't think there's going to be many upsets at all for mid-majors. Mid-majors have, like, double-digit losses, whereas all the Power 5s have single-digit losses. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be many upsets at all in this year's tournament. Celtics go right to left on the floor. Tatum on the floor alongside White, Brown. Jaylen Brown takes a pass midcourt, and Neemias Queta on the floor as well. And Sam Hauser to start off the third quarter. Corner jumper, Brown off the mark, no good. Mitchell skies up, secures the defensive rebound. Opening possession here for Cleveland. Mitchell, Wade, Merrill, Harden, and Mobley to 5 in the court. Missed rudder by Mitchell. Rebound secured by Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Again, a rudder inside the key. Missed off the mark. A rebound goes to Hauser. Mitchell, though, on the shot, draws the foul. So Donovan Mitchell going to have 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line. Just getting started with the third quarter. If you guys are new in the Celtics with possession. Derek White at the wing. It's off to Tatum. Jaylen Brown able to get to his spot once again. Buried in the J for 2 more at the elbow. Harden. Left short. Back it goes to the Celtics. Jaylen, dump off. Underneath Queta, up and in off the glass. Scores the deuce. Celtics up by 16. Mobley down inside the key. Outside to the wing. Merrill takes the 3 off the back rim. No good. A rebound. Goes back to the Cavs. Harden. Lob down low. Merrill. Backdoor scores. Up and in off the backboard. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Celtics up by 14. Tatum. Crossover. Dribbles up inside the key. Had it poke loose. Stole away. Dina Wade collects the steal. Up the floor finds Merrill. Lob over the top. Mitchell. Double clutch scores. Up and in off the glass. And a timeout taken on the floor by Joe Mazzulla. Signs of life for Cleveland now to get themselves winning 12. 62-50. As we head to the timeout with 7:35 left to go in the third. Yeah, a little bit of a run recently for the Cavs to get this interesting. So 12-point game currently, 7:35 left to go. Hey, what's good, Brad? Thanks for joining in, bud. Jason Tatum, 14 points for him. Jaylen Brown just surpassed Tatum. Brown's got 15, 5 rebounds, 5 assists today for Brown. And then off the bench, 7 each by Pritchard and Sharman. Garza with 5. Celtics bench outnumbering Cleveland by a landslide. And it hasn't really been like the best game out of the bench. I mean, it's been somewhat productive. Combining for 19 points. Cleveland with barely anything off the bench. Just 2 points off the bench. Mitchell has 18. Mobley's got 17. Those are the only two guys in double figures for Cleveland. James Harden with just 6. So James Harden with only 6 points on 2 for 9 shooting. 5 assists today for Harden. And then off the bench, Dennis Schroeder has nothing. Sam Merrill with just 2. Yeah, basically 2 guys carrying the Cavs. Everybody else hasn't even shown up. Celtics were just a lot. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 7.5 left to go in this third quarter. Celtics right now cooking. They're rolling. Cleveland with 0 for 14 in the second quarter from three-point range already. And Jaylen Brown so good this afternoon. Able to go in for a leaner 15-footer. Drilled a 2 and 1 coming up in the line for Jaylen Brown. Free throw goes through. All Celtics by 15. Jaylen Brown up to 18 points today. Cleveland with possession. Mitchell weaves his way around the perimeter. Mobley with a 3. Splashes it. That's a big shot right there for Cleveland. So we're down to 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. JB dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Brown called an offensive foul. So Jaylen Brown pushing off. Turnover charge to the Celtics. Will go back to Cleveland. Yeah, so my apologies with the buffers. It's an internet connect with possession. Jaylen Brown has it up the floor. Brown lost it, stole away. And late whistle, though, called in the referees as the refs ruled that Dean Wade reached in. Charged on the reach and foul, defending Jaylen Brown off the dribble drive. So this will stop the clock. 6:40 left to go in the third. Dean Wade, a reach and foul, defending Jaylen Brown. Man, what a game for the Celtics. Looking really good right now for Boston. Celtics will get a side in. Jaylen Brown inbounds it off to Pritchard. Pritchard defended at the top of the key by Ellis. Dribbles up to the elbow. Takes the jumper. Deep 2. Connects on it. Peyton Pritchard knocks down the J. Everything in a groove right now for Boston. Pritchard up to 9 off the bench. Kick out to the wing. Ellis gives it out to the corner. Jalen Tyson tries a 3 off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Brown. Cleveland with just 2 bench points this entire game. Brown crossover drives on Ellis inside. Floats up the teardrop. No good off the mark. Off it's a rebound back to Brown. Pritchard on top. Hauser laces up the 3. Kaboom! He drills it. Sam Hauser. Bang! Bang! From deep range. 17-point lead for the Celtics. Hauser, third made triple up to 9. Mobley pops up on a 3. They are well off the mark from three-point range in this game. Deflected off the back part of the backboard out of bounds. Last off, Jaylen Brown. Man, Pritchard went up to a 3-point shot motion. Dished it out at the last moment to Sam Hauser. And then Hauser rise and fire on a triple. 17 up right now for Boston. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Things are clicking on all cylinders for the Celtics. Dennis Schroeder back on the floor for Cleveland. James Harden at the left wing perimeter. Takes on Hauser one-on-one. Harden drives inside the key. Off the glass, scores. Up and in off the backboard. 15-point game. James Harden works his way up to 6 points. Jaylen Brown at the wing of the perimeter. JB towards his right. Crossover, dribbles up to the elbow. Gets to his spot. Deep 2 jumper. Swoosh! JB, what could he do for you? Buries in another deep 2. 72-55 Celtics. Schroeder, 17-footer off the mark. No good. Left off the hands of Keita. Offensive rebound. Goes to Mobley. Lob to Mobley. Couldn't snatch it. Fouled, though. And free throws awaiting Evan Mobley at the line. Man, this has been a game of beauty today by Boston. Absolutely incredible game for the Celtics. Didn't start out that way. It's a slow start to begin today, but man, getting the wheels going in the right direction right now for the Celtics. Gonna have a timeout taken on the floor as well. 72-55. Joe Mazzulla is challenging this foul on the court. He thought that Evan Mobley got stripped off the entry pass cleanly instead of the personal foul, which was charged to Jaylen Brown. That would be his fourth if this call stands. Celtics by 17, 72-55 as we head to the timeout. I gotta update these stats. Yeah, I just noticed I lost internet, so the stats were completely off. So my apologies about those numbers. Yeah, I just looked at those numbers. I was like, no way. Donovan Mitchell has 2 points. All right, so those are the updated numbers. Jaylen Brown's got 20. Jaylen Brown tied with Evan Mobley for the game leader. Tatum with 14. 9 by Pritchard. 7 by Sharman. And then 6 by White. White with 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Keita, big game of the glass. 7 rebounds so far for Keita. He's only got 2 points, though. Hauser's been great from 3. 3 made triples, 9 points for Hauser. Garza with 5 off the bench. Production out of everyone today. Bench for the Celtics outnumbering the Cavs bench. The Cavs bench has done nothing today. 2 points by Jalen Tyson on 1 for 6 shooting. That is it. The bench has been absolutely horrific. 1 for 15 from the Cavs bench. Celtics are shooting circles around the Cavs bench. 21-2 in the bench points. And Donovan Mitchell for Cleveland with 18. So it's been Mobley with 20, Mitchell with 18. Tatum was not on the floor, so that's why the stats don't go up for Tatum. They only go for the 5 guys who are on the court to the timeout. Hey, what's good? Marcus, welcome in. Tatum's got 14 points in 20 minutes. He scored 12 of those points in the first 7 minutes. Knock on wood. Hopefully that internet issue is not here anymore. Things look like they started to turn a corner. Yeah, my stream was buffering in like the first half and then into the third quarter. But luckily last couple minutes hasn't. Jason, thanks for joining in. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a blowout. Celtics 2-0 against the Cavs this season. 125-105 on October 29th. Celtics blew out Cleveland. And then 117-115, a 2-point win at Cleveland for the Celtics on November 30th. Cleveland having a tough time matching up against Boston. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Peyton Pritchard, pass midcourt, defended by Schroeder, into the hands to Brown, right to left in the court for the Celtics. Pritchard, Brown, Hauser, Keita, and Sharman. The 5 in the court, up fake, Brown, on top, Hauser, takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. 3-point make number 4 this afternoon for Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser on point today. 4th made triple, 6 attempts from the perimeter, 12 points for Hauser. Missed runner by Harden. Batted away to Keita for the defensive board. Celtics up the floor, Sharman. Near side corner, tees up the 3. Baylor, Sharman, kaboom, connects in the triple. Back-to-back threes for the Celtics. Celtics pouring it on right now, up by 23 against Cleveland. Schroeder at the corner. Jalen Tyson, back foot out of bounds. It's a turnover. This is brutal for the Cavs. 15-5 in their previous 20 games. And they had plenty of time to prepare for this matchup. Their last game was on a Tuesday. Celtics played on Wednesday. They got smashed against Charlotte. They beat the Mavs by 20 on Friday. Had to fly out to Cleveland for this matchup. And the Celtics, with limited days to prep, just yesterday to prepare, up by 23. Missed shot by Pritchard. Offensive rebound. They get it back. Hauser, another three. Buries the triple. Bang, a bang, a bang, a bang. A 3-point make. Number 5 for Sam Hauser today. Second chance points. Pritchard with a dish to Hauser. And Hauser pulls up from deep. And he has been in the zone this afternoon. 81-55 with a timeout on the floor by the Cavs. Man, Sam Hauser in the zone. This game got ugly. Man, Celtics look really good. Really, really good. I talked about it on previous streams over the course of the last month, how there's different hot hands in different games that have big games. And we saw that 1 week ago. Kata went off for 27 and 17. Pritchard had a 25-point game against Milwaukee after 0 against Philly. Sam Hauser, this game belongs to him today, right now. 15 points, 5 made threes, starting to get going. Hugo Gonzalez, he had a big game against the Bucks on Monday. I mean, they have hot hands all over the place. Gonzalez, with just 5 minutes yet to score in this game. How about Pritchard, a plus 33 for Peyton Pritchard today? Padding the stat sheet. Hasn't been scoring it that much, but just been able to play make for his team. Baylor Sharman quietly pads the stat sheet for him. 10 and 7 right now for points and rebounds. Pritchard dribbles inside the key, leaves it out for Hauser, looking for a 6-3 of the game. Missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound tracked down by Jalen Tyson. Yeah, Celtics very deep. Schroeder attacks the paint, dump off underneath Thomas Bryant, poke loose out of his hands. Gonna stay Cleveland ball. Yeah, if you're Jalen Tyson, Jaylen Brown at the elbow. Bounce pass behind his back. Sets up Pritchard. Pritchard crossover. Drives past Schroeder. Inside the key. Up fake. Pritchard. Got it stripped. Got it back out to the wing. A Sharman wide open. Tees up the three. A splash. That is too easy. Baylor Sharman making it look like it's a floor. He's got 13. Third made three for him. Akeda bats it away with a huge rejection. Pritchard up the floor, drives on Bryant, circles around, kick out, corner three at Baylor. Sharman off the mark, no good. Tip to the front court. Hauser with the offensive board. New 14 in the timer. Celtics going to slow it down. Approaching the 2-minute mark, left to go in the third quarter. Pritchard lob over the top. Kata snatches it and soars up and dunks it. 25-point lead. A timeout again. Taken on the floor by the Cavs. An absolute dominant performance this afternoon for the Celtics. Peyton Pritchard. Big man playing big boy basketball today. Man, Kata on point. Kata big time in this game. Yeah, it's my internet that's the issue, because I'm trying to load a web page and it's got that dreaded loading circle that's on. Yeah, my... Peyton Pritchard, big-time playmaking for his teammates. 7 assists, 9 points, plus 32 on the floor as James Harden scores in the key. Yeah, Celtics look like they're going to be winning the Eastern Conference. Holy smokes, what a performance. Top to bottom down the lineup. Pritchard slides it cross-court. Hauser pops up for a three, left it off the rim short. Rebound secured by Schroeder. Schroeder finds Mitchell. Mitchell with a triple. He buries it. Peyton Pritchard on the floor alongside Ugo Gonzalez, Luka Garza, Sam Hauser, Baylor Sharman. It's the all-white lineup for the Celtics. Pritchard at the top of the key takes on Thomas Bryant one-on-one spin cycle. Pritchard off the dribble. Pritchard bounce pass, backdoor cutter. Garza no good, missed the layup. Looked for the foul call, couldn't get it. Harden on the court alongside Donovan Mitchell, Thomas Bryant, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder. Derek White at the scorer's table about to check into the game. Celtics with possession. Peyton Pritchard slows down tempo. Final minute left to go. In this third quarter, Pritchard pulls up from the parking lot, skipped around the rim and out, tip to the perimeter as it goes back over to Cleveland. And the Cavs jack up a three with Harden, and he splashes it. That's a big shot there by James Harden. 25.5 seconds left to go in the third. Puts up the jumper deep two, off the bounce, no good. It tipped around off the fingertips. Garza, full court shot by Keon Ellis, skidded off the top of the glass. That's how we close out the end of the third quarter. Dominant performance for the Boston Celtics. The defense for the Celtics locking down the Cavs left and right in this game. And the Cavs drawing zeros against Boston. Celtics not shooting the ball that great, 43% from the floor. But the thing that they've been doing really well is shooting the ball from the perimeter. 12 for 29 from 3, 41% from the perimeter, 16 for 17 at the free throw line. The Cavs struggling in both of those areas. Cleveland just 9 for 35 from 3 at 26%, and 67% at the free throw line, 10 for 15. Boston plus 6 in the glass, 40 to 34. And the Celtics dominating in the bench points. It's not even close in the bench point totals. 8 total bench points by the Cavs on a combined 3 for 17. Celtics bench 27. 27 to 8 bench points for the Celtics today. Peyton Pritchard's got 9 off the bench. He's capable of putting in like 20 plus for Pritchard. It's Baylor Sharman who leads the bench. He has 13 off the bench for Sharman. 4 guys in double figures for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown with 20, 15 by Hauser. Hauser, a magical game from 3 with 5 made triples. 14 by Tatum. Tatum scored 12 points in the first 7 minutes. 13 by Sharman with 8 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 28 and 6 for points, rebounds, and assists. Evan Mobley, 20 points. Donovan Mitchell leads the way with 21. It's those 2 guys who've shown up. Harden with 13 and 7 assists, but after that, it's just limited impact by anybody else. Celtics are just too deep. Celtics way too deep for the Cavs. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. My next stream will be on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Celtics against San Antonio. That's going to be one heck of a battle. Man, what a clinic out there for Boston. Such a deep team this season. Here we go, back to action, start to the fourth quarter. Donovan Mitchell gets the 2, coming back from the timeout, plus the foul. And the one covered up at the free throw line by Mitchell. They cut to the network a little bit too late on that possession there. Evan Mobley able to find Mitchell, turned the corner off the dribble drive, it soared up and scored. It was on Garza from behind who picked up the shooting foul. And the one by Mitchell at the line. He has 23 this afternoon. The free throw is left short. Shireman collects the defensive rebound. Baylor Shireman, one more rebound away from a double-double, 13-9 currently. Pritchard on the floor alongside Shireman, Brown, White, and Garza. Jaylen Brown at the top of the key. JB crossover, takes on Keon Ellis, dribbles up inside, bulldozes away, right to the cup, soars up, score it, and a one at the free throw line for JB. JB making it look easy. Taking on Keon Ellis. Say what you want to say about Jaylen Brown's left hand. That time, it got him right to the rim off dribble drive penetration. Strong drive for Jaylen Brown. Free throw by Jaylen Brown is good. 22 right now. 23 points for Jaylen Brown. And the jumper gets buried from the perimeter for the Cavs. Big response right back for Cleveland there. Celtics with the possession. Peyton Pritchard at the wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands to Garza. Garza towards his right. Involves Brown. Dump off. Garza. Runner. Got it. Nice little pick and roll action there for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown with an assist. Luka Garza with a 2. Celtics playing total team basketball. Schroeder. Lob from Mobley off the fingertips out of bounds. No chemistry between those two. Yeah, Dennis Schroeder just not on the same page with Evan Mobley. It's all Celtics here today. Peyton Pritchard into the hands to Brown. One-on-one takes on Keon Ellis. Jaylen Brown fires a bullet down low. White kick out corner. Garza to the outside. Brown 5 at the timer brings along the double. Garza runner halfway down, rolled around the rim and out. Sam Merrill collects the defensive rebound. Pretty possession for the Celtics, just couldn't finish it off the pick and roll action. They knew exactly what they wanted. Mitchell attacks baseline, draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Donovan Mitchell. It's on Jaylen Brown, who picks up his 4th personal foul. So big challenge earlier on in the second half. Joe Mazzulla challenged the personal foul on Brown, won the challenge off the strip on Mobley, and then had that foul rescinded. And because that foul was taken away, Jaylen Brown now with 4 instead of 5. First free throw is good by Mitchell. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second shot by Donovan Mitchell goes through. Celtics pass midcourt with Pritchard. Bounce pass into the hands to Garza. Luka Garza backs his way top of the free throw circle. Puts the ball to the hands to Brown. JB at 6 in the timer. Jaylen Brown, a one-on-one, takes on Mobley. Pops up for a 3, a 28-footer left off the glass. Offensive rebound, Sharman. He's got a double-double. Jaylen Brown requesting for the shot clock to be reset. He thought it hit the rim. Shot clock was not reset. Shot clock was at 0. Shot clock violation is the call on the Celtics. And now the officials will take a look at it at the monitor. Did this touch the rim? That's the question. Close there. That's a tough call. It looks like the left side partially. Might have got it, but the officials, wow, that was a short look at the monitor as they confirmed that this will be Cleveland basketball. Cleveland making it interesting here in the fourth quarter. 15-point game with under 10 minutes left to go. Cavs with possession. Mitchell fires a bullet down low. Mobley soars up and dunks it with a two-hand slam. Yeah, that could be possible. Right now it's a 13-point game. 91-78. The Cavs could come on back in this matchup. Amazing vision off the double team by Donovan Mitchell. Fired a laser down inside the low post to Evan Mobley. Cleveland getting some momentum right now. 13-point game to the timeout. Well, Cavs starting to make this interesting. Jaylen Brown up to 23. Hauser, big game for him with 5 made threes, got 15. Tatum with 14. Sharman double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Cleveland led by Donovan Mitchell, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Spida Mitchell. Evan Mobley with 22. Those two guys playing big time to keep their team hanging in. 13 by Harden. The rest of the team just like nowhere to be found. Yeah, I felt that clearly hit the rim, like grazed off the left side, and the officials went to the monitor and they were not even there for 5 seconds and called it Celtics shot clock violation. Like, you got to start to analyze that much more than just 5 seconds. Like, I thought it grazed off the left, like the left part of the rim. It looked like it grazed off of, because where it took that angle off the rim, hit the bottom corner of the backboard, there was like a trajectory that it grazed off of, that it took. Yeah, that's stunning. The Celtics couldn't believe that. Joe Mazzulla was asking the refs to look at that, and then they gave it a look for 5 seconds and then gave Cleveland the ball. So right now, coming back from the timeout, if you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're down to 9:42 left to go in the fourth. Cleveland making this game really interesting. Largest lead for the Celtics was a 26-point lead at one point in the third quarter. I'm not exactly sure. Tatum has played just 20 minutes today. He hasn't played in a while for Tatum. Celtics with their 5 of the floor look like this. Derek White on the court alongside Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Neemias Queta, Baylor Sharman. So Tatum is still on the bench currently. 10 on the shot clock. Derek White dribbles up to the baseline. Jumper left it short. Rebound secured by Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder out of the pack on the court with Sam Merrill, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Tyson, Evan Mobley. Missed 3 quickly by Merrill. Offensive rebound went back to Cleveland though. Mitchell at the edge of the midcourt logo, 5 of the shot clock. Donovan Mitchell takes on Jaylen Brown, a 1-on-1, a step back 3 in the air, and he drills it. And it's only a 10-point game. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Spida Mitchell's got 28. Derek White Edge of the Cavs logo towards his right off the Keita screen. White, give and go to Keita. Top of the key. Keita looking for somebody around the perimeter. Hands it off to Jaylen Brown. He got cut off all the way into the backcourt. Deflected by Mitchell. For the timer. Donovan Mitchell bringing energy right now for Cleveland. Outside of Pritchard. Pulls up for a three. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. He buried the three. But he was just a millisecond too late on the shot to get it off. And the Celtics turned it over off the shot clock violation. Holy smokes, Donovan Mitchell in this fourth quarter has completely shot out of a cannon. Donovan Mitchell on another level right now. 10-point game. Mitchell with the basketball. Mitchell, crossover, dribbles up to the elbow. Into the hands to Mobley. Drives on Keita. Inside the key. And Mobley with a hook shot. Left off the rim short. Keita swats it off to White for the defensive rebound. Celtics with the basketball. Celtics have it at the top with Pritchard. Pritchard drives, gets past Harden. Inside the key. Bounce past Brown. Near side corner. Jaylen Brown guarded by Jalen Tyson. Brown, left baseline dribble. Swings it off to the opposite corner. Sharman tees up the three. And he drills it. Bang, a bang, a Baylor, Sharman, trifecta from downtown. Baylor Sharman, big time in a big way this afternoon. Double-double machine with 16 points, 10 rebounds. Missed shot inside the key by Cleveland. Celtics with a possession. Pritchard gonna slow it down for Boston. Into the hands to Keita. Keita outside of Brown. Jaylen Brown jab step at the top of the key. Takes on Mobley one-on-one. JB drives. Gets past Mobley. Dump off underneath. Keita goes up. Blocked from behind by Mobley. Battle for the basketball. And a tie-up between Mitchell and Keita. Oh, we got bodies right now. All over the hardwood. Keita and Mitchell wrestling for the basketball. Referees have to separate both of them right now. Holy smokes. Extracurricular activities after the end of the whistle. What a game we got here at quarter number 4. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Holy moly, what a game we got. Cleveland on a big-time run to start things off in quarter number 4. This will be 0.1 on the timer. Jump ball between Keita and awaiting the Cav here to see who will take the jump ball. I thought it was going to be Mitchell as Tatum checks back in. So Jason Tatum is on the floor now with 7:31 left to go in regulation. Jump ball. Celtics couldn't get it either way. They had to just turn it over since they had 0.1 in the timer. So Sharman gave it away to the opposing team. Bobbled at the baseline off the fingertips of Keon Ellis out of bounds. It's a Cavs turnover. Celtics going to have it back. 7:18 left to go. Boston with a possession. Peyton Pritchard. Past the timeline. Bounce pass into the hands to Tatum. Off to the corner. Derek White launches the three off the back rim. No good. Dean Wade controls the defensive rebounds. Cleveland up the floor with a basketball. Dennis Schroeder attacks the paint. Scores the layup. Big bucket there by Dennis Schroeder. Cuts it down to 11. Celtics with possession. Peyton Pritchard. Into the hands to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing, takes on Dean Wade at the left wing. A step back three in the air for Tatum off the glass, no good. A rebound secured by Jalen Tyson. Cavs down by 11 with possession. Jalen Tyson, handoff Harden. James Harden, bounce pass behind his back, sets up Tyson. Open three, and he drills it. It's getting interesting. 8-point game, 6:20 remaining. Whole crowd up on his feet at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Jalen Tyson off the bench with 8. Derek White at the top of the key. He takes on Dennis Schroeder one-on-one. Bounce pass into the hands to Keita. Gives it back to White. Dribbles up inside the key. Bounce pass outside to the top. Pritchard fires a three. Oh, he drills it. Peyton Pritchard, a laser straight away from the top of the key. Nails the triple. Big time shot by Pritchard. Up by 11 once again for Boston. Schroeder drives inside, stripped to the bounds. It's off of Schroeder last, pleading his case for the referees to challenge. He thought he was stripped off Queta. And Dennis Schroeder pleading for the challenge finally. Cleveland will get their challenge out. Cleveland challenging possession of the basketball. Initial rolling out of bounds off Dennis Schroeder, off the Queta strip. We will see what happens after this whistle as we head into the timeout. 97-86 with 5:48 left to go in the fourth. Going into the timeout. What a game. Absolutely a tremendous battle right now between these two teams today. Jaylen Brown's got 23. By the way, I see why it didn't update. Yeah, it froze when the score is 87. I think it was like 87-66. Celtics had a 21-point lead. Now down to 11. Mr. Top's been doing pretty well. Yeah, we took quite a bit of time during halftime, so unfortunately didn't get Mr. Tops out for halftime for this one today. Jaylen Brown with 23, 16 off the bench by Sharman. He has a double-double with 10 rebounds. 15 for Hauser. Hauser has nailed 5 threes. Sharman's drilled 4 threes. Celtics 40% even from the perimeter at 14 for 35 today. Tatum's got 14 points. 22 minutes, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for JT. Peyton Pritchard with 12 off the bench with 7 assists. Pritchard, top plus on the floor, plus 18. Cleveland led by Donovan Mitchell. He's a plus 9 whenever he's stepped on the court today. 28.6 rebounds, 5 assists for Spida Mitchell. Evan Mobley with 22 and 3 blocks. Yeah, the bench for Cleveland has been a major minus. Jalen Tyson, minus 18. Keon Ellis, minus 16. Couple guys a minus for the Celtics today. Derek White's been a minus, minus 6. Tatum a minus 3. Luka Garza, minus 4. And Hugo Gonzalez, minus 1. Gonzalez just 7 minutes. Yeah, James Harden, tough game. 5 for 14 shooting, 1 for 4 at the free throw line for him. Just 13 points in 33 minutes, a minus 12. $11-point game awaiting the ruling. And the call has been reversed. So Schroeder was stripped out of bounds off Queta. This will stay Cleveland basketball coming back from the timeout. So Cleveland wins the challenge. Cleveland has possession. Harden inside the key. A shovel pass underneath. Dina Wade scores the 2. 9-point game now. Pritchard on the floor alongside Tatum, Queta, Hauser, and White. Top of the key with Queta. Moves it off to Tatum. Tatum attacks. Kick out corner. Hauser. 3 in the timer. Launches the 3. Is skipped around the rim and out. Tipped around. Tatum with an offensive rebound. Muscles his way down low. Couldn't get it to drop. But 2 free throws coming up for JT. Jason Tatum. Big time offensive rebound. As we'll have 2 free throws for the Celtics coming up with Tatum. Tatum with an absolute dime, the drive, the kick, the corner 3. Sam Hauser couldn't make his 6th triple of the game, and Tatum so close to playing through contact there, dropping it down with a deuce. First free throw missed off the mark by Tatum. Second free throw at the line. Tatum gets it right down the middle. 10-point lead for the Celtics. Donovan Mitchell dribbles up to the elbow. Mitchell inside the key. Floats up the runner. Connects in the 2. 8-point game right now. Donovan Mitchell going off in half number 2. He's got himself 30 on the floor right now. Celtics with possession. Under 5 minutes left to go. Keita at the top of the key. Sends it into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard crossover. Takes on Jalen Tyson one-on-one on the outside. Now dribbles inside. Turnaround jumper. 14-footer. Connects on it. It is good for Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard, a big time off the bench today. As he is dialed in, he's got 14. Mitchell on top to Dean Wade. Wade drives inside the key, works his way in Keita, back out to the perimeter. Deflected by White into the hands to Harden. 5 of the shot clock. James Harden has to launch towards his left. 2 of the timer. Harden gonna have to launch. Gives up an extra pass. Oh, it's a big ew! James Harden. 1 on the shot clock. Decides to pass the basketball instead of shoot. Shot clock violation charged to Cleveland. Big ew on James Harden. Critical turnover by the Cavs by Harden. Celtics with the basketball. Approaching the 4-minute mark left to go. Tatum at the Rocket Arena logo. Guarded by Harden, 1-on-1. Bounce pass finds Brown. Brown at the elbow. Brown up fake. Outside Pritchard. 6 in the timer. Pritchard guarded by Harden. Crossover at the elbow. Pritchard step back jumper deep 2. Oh, he nails it. Peyton Pritchard over James Harden in the zone for Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard down the home stretch in this game, putting James Harden right to skull. Mitchell, runner off the back rim, no good. Rebound secured by Keita. Celtics dominating bench points, tripling up the Cavs, 39-13. Jason Tatum crossover, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside, he scores, up and off the backboard, good for 2 for Tatum. Celtics dominating, last couple possessions right now, up by 14. Mitchell slows down tempo, gotta go if you're Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell around the perimeter, 8 on the timer, takes on White, switch guard by Tatum, lob to Tyson, kick out to the wing, James Harden, open 3, and he nails it. James Harden finally does something for Cleveland. 2:54 remaining, 16 points today for Harden. 11-point lead for the Celtics as we're down to under 3 minutes left to go. Derek White, pass midcourt, tripped up and fouled by Merrill. And White took a hard fall on the hardwood. Oof. Damn, that's a tough lick down in the hardwood there. Tough soldier. Yeah, Derek White's in quite a bit of pain. Derek White, oh man, he looks like he's got an issue with his right elbow. That's something to be monitored. Derek White, it looks like he's hobbling there with his right elbow. Back in the corner of play. Tatum with possession. 2.5 left to go. Fires the 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped around. And the rebound goes over to Harden. Outlet pass. Soars up. And Evan Mobley dunks it. A full court outlet by James Harden to Evan Mobley. Soared up with authority. Put that one in the highlight reel. 9-point game. 2:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Pritchard towards his right, brings along the double. Pritchard looking to get it away. Pritchard's trapped, finds Keita. Keita rolls, kick out corner. Tatum for the dagger, and he's got the dagger, baby. JT, bang, 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 money from downtown with under 2 minutes left to play. 20 points by Tatum in his second game back. JT with a dagger, baby. Peyton Pritchard, just incredible vision to bring along that double team and get that pass away to Keita. And then before that, James Harden with an unbelievable assist. A full court outlet over the top to Evan Mobley, slipping behind the defense for an alley-oop slam. 2 shots here at the free throw line for the Cavs. First one's good. That's on Harden, who buried the free throw. He's got 17. 10 assists as well for Harden. Second free throw is good. He was fouled from 3. He's going to have a third free throw. Celtics just have to close it. James Harden, third free throw, covered up at the line. Buries all 3. 9-point game. Tatum on the floor alongside Brown, White, Pritchard, and Cada. Celtics with possession. Minute 45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Peyton Pritchard. Edge of the midcourt logo takes on Jalen Tyson into the hands of Jaylen Brown. 10 in the timer. JB at the left wing. Defended by James Harden. 1-on-1. Brown. Crossover. Shake and bake. Top of the free throw circle. Dump off. Down low. Pinwheels off the fingertips of Cada. It's a turnover. Bad time for a turnover. 9-point game. 90 seconds left to go in regulation. Donovan Mitchell on the floor alongside Mobley, Harden, Sam Merrill, Jalen Tyson. Donovan Mitchell past the timeline. 11 for 18 with their 3 ball in the second half. They shot a dreadful 2 for 22 in the first half for Cleveland. Harden dribbles, drives inside, kick out to the top. Jalen Tyson, 10 in the shot clock. Kick out, corner 3. Harden, no good. And it goes to Cada for the defensive rebound. Celtics, chance to slow it down, approaching the 1-minute mark left to play. Boston, 18 for 20 at the free throw line as well. 90% of this game. 1 minute left to go. Peyton Pritchard at the top of the key. It takes on Harden 1-on-1. 5 in the timer. Brown. 3 in the shot clock. Jalen, crossover, dribbles up, jumper, 18-footer off the back rim, no good. Mitchell secures the defensive rebound. Took the whole shot clock off, though. 40 seconds left to go in regulation. 35-footer off the back rim, no good. Missed by Mitchell. Rebound ripped away by Jaylen Brown as he draws the foul. 37 ticks left to go on the clock. The Celtics can smell it. They can feel it. Big-time game this afternoon between number 2 and number 4 in the East. Boston trailed 7-0 to start off this game. Built up a gigantic lead in the third quarter. As many by 26 points they led. Cleveland stormed back in the fourth quarter. But Jason Tatum, that corner 3 with a dagger, shut down the door. Pritchard fouled in the backcourt. Free throws coming up at the line for Pritchard with 36 seconds. Man, Celtics, different here. Just the mentality every single season, the chemistry through the roof. There ain't no gap here. It's different here. They're thinking about championships. Celtics thinking about banner 19 this year. If you're new on the stream, enjoy the stream. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back for Celtics versus San Antonio on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. That should be one heck of a game. Number 2 in the East takes on number 2 in the West. First free throw, good by Pritchard. Second free throw by Pritchard, nails it down. 11-point lead for the Celtics. Cavs with the final 30 seconds of regulation. A corner jumper. Mobley off the back rim, no good. Tyson, the offensive board. James Harden out to the top. Mitchell. His 3 left off the rim. Short out of bounds off Boston last. Feel free to join in on the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group as well. That link is pinned in the chat. All are welcome to join. Cato will check back in for the final 19.6 seconds. 5 in the court for the Celtics look like this in the final 19 seconds. Jaylen Brown, Pritchard, Cada, White, and Hauser. Tatum just substituted out. Corner 3 misfired. Cada collects the defensive rebound. And this game goes final. The Boston Celtics pick up win number 43 of the season as they are a perfect 3-0 in the regular season against Cleveland. Final score 109-98. A matchup between two teams that came into this game red hot, and the Celtics 15-5 in their previous 20 games outlast the Cavs, who entered this matchup at 15-5 in their last 20. What a battle between these two teams. Boston's defense locked down Cleveland in the second quarter, outgained Cleveland 21-10. In the second quarter, the Cavs shot the ball dreadful, 2 for 22. in the first half from three-point range, much better in the second half. But in the end, the matchup was determined by the benches of these two teams. Peyton Pritchard, 18 points off the bench. Baylor Sharman, double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 7 points by Luka Garza. Celtics with 41 bench points as a team between 4 guys off the bench. And then 5 guys off the bench for Cleveland, combined for just 13. 41-13 in bench points for Boston. Jaylen Brown led the way. He had 23 for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, dagger 3, finishes with 20. And only his second game back for JT. 15 by Hauser. Hauser with 5 big-time triples today. Peyton Pritchard outstanding off the bench, a plus 18, top plus on the floor. 18 points for Pritchard, 7 assists. Baylor Sharman, big time, 16 and 10 for points and rebounds. Man, awesome game by the Celtics. They look like they could very well go to the finals if they keep on playing like this. I mean, the chemistry's popping through the roof. Tatum comes back. Tatum drops down 20 in his second game back. He goes from 15 to 20. We'll see if he can get 25 coming up against the Spurs on Tuesday. What a comeback for Tatum. Comeback looking much bigger than the setback. Cleveland, led by Donovan Mitchell, he dropped down 30. 24 by Evan Mobley. Basically, those two guys to show up. James Harden, 19 points, 10 assists. He did have 10 missed shots, though, from the floor by Harden. And after that, everybody else MIA for Cleveland. Like, they're going to need to build some depth going into the playoffs. So they're going to be in trouble. It's going to be tough for them to get past the second round if they can't make this roster deeper. And just limited impact out of the bench guys today for the Cavs. 109-98 the final score. Celtics indeed, they are rolling. Boston, another big victory for them. 2 straight now for the Celtics. Celtics dominated the 3-point game today. 15 for 38, 39% for the perimeter. Cavs limited to 13 for 45, 29%. Much better in the second half compared to a dreadful 2 for 22 going into half for Cleveland from 3-point range. Man, great win for the Celtics today. Did it through their defense once again. Limited the Cavs to 98. I mean, this Celtics team is something special this season. Thanks all for joining in. I'll see you guys back on Tuesday night. Celtics taking on San Antonio at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Feel free to join in for that one, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. As we have a Jason, John, a Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nija Playa, Norma, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros Fan for Life, Owl on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, and SGA Sports Talk. Thanks so much all for joining in today as the Celtics keep it up. Another big win. Boston, 43-21 record right now. Cleveland drops to 39-25. Big time win for the Celtics. They came into this matchup as a 1.5-point underdog as well. Thanks so much all for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope to see you guys back for Celtics Spurs on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks all for joining in and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night.